Hello, friends and partners. Welcome back. It's Sergeant Sarah with Illuminate Ministries. Time for another Mission Minutes. Please like and subscribe below to help us keep bringing these videos to you. They've really been encouraging me because what the Lord has me share with you, He's been talking to me about. So today I want to get right into it. I want to talk to you about I've personally never started a fire outside, like in the woods. I have in a fireplace, but that's what I want to kind of talk to you about. But I've seen a lot of movies and videos where it's been done outside. Like in a fire pit, it's different from what I've seen from people who are like trying to survive in the woods. So this is kind of what I'm wanting to talk about, like starting a fire. So if you are outside in the woods, say you've been camping, or, in a fireplace, it's the same way, but it's a little different than it is outside. So let me say that. We're talking about outdoor starting a fire. You have the starter logs or twigs or whatever you've gathered that you've kind of piled up. And then you have something more like kindling, like newspaper, or I think outside you could get maybe like dried leaves or grass or something to kind of help like as the kindling. And then you have your match or your lighter or whatever, and so you begin to kind of light the kindling underneath the logs or the sticks that you've gotten that are going to hold that fire once it starts. But then what do? You take your hands and you hold over, like here's the little flame, you hold over the flame and protect it, and you blow ever so slightly, just a little bit, to get that going, right? To get the fire going, to ignite it. So that's what I want to talk to you about with your faith and your words. So how are you speaking, or how are you blowing? So if you protect that flame with your hands, you're protecting the wind from blowing out that little bitty flame that you're trying to ignite. And when you blow, it's giving it enough power, if you will, to then ignite the whole thing, right? To light a log or a stick, to catch it on fire. But if you take your hands away, or if you blow too hard, you will blow out the flame, right? Well, the flame is like our faith. Think of it like that. So you can blow positive or negative things into your life, into your faith. How are you speaking? How are you blowing? Are you igniting? Are you starting a fire? Are you igniting with faith words of life? Or are you quenching and putting the fire out, putting your faith out? Are you speaking negative, doubtful, fearful words that are quenching the fire and the flame? Doubt means to lack confidence in, distrust, to consider unlikely. So if you are speaking doubtful words, not only are you quenching your faith, you're blowing out that flame, that fire, but you lack a confidence in God. You lack a confidence. You distrust God and His words and what faith says. You consider it unlikely that what you are saying out of this side of your mouth in faith is going to happen, because the doubt is coming and removing your hands to protect that little bitty flame of faith. Those doubt words remove the hands and blow really hard and quench the fire and quench anything that had caught that little kindling, that spark. That's the word I'm looking for. The spark. Your doubt blows out the spark. And then there's a verse that I think of when talking about this, when we're talking about confidence, that doubt said that you have no confidence, you lack confidence in. It's John 5:14-15, and let me read it to you. My iPad went off, hang on. This is in the New King James Version. And it says, "Now this is the confidence that we have in Him, that if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us. And if we know that He hears us, whatever we ask, we know that we have the petitions that we have asked of Him." That is 1 John 5:14-15, and that was the New King James Version. So we could say it this way: now this is the confidence. Now this is the trust that we have. Now this is the faith that we have in Him. We have confidence, faith, and trust in Him. Listen to it in the voice though. Let me change it and let me read this to you, the same verses in the voice translation. Here we go. We live in the bold confidence. We live in the bold faith. We live in the bold trust that God hears our voices when we ask for things that fit his plan. And if we have no doubt that he hears our voices, let me back up. If we have no doubt that he hears our voices, we can be assured that he moves in response to our call. Oh, that is so good. I love that. That verse right there even tells us it's got confidence and it's got doubt right there in that verse in the voice translation. Let me tell you again, it was 1 John 5:14 through 15, and we looked at it in the New King James Version and the voice. So I just want to encourage you, don't blow out your spark. Don't blow out your fire. Watch your words. How are you blowing into your own life, so to speak? How are you blowing? What words are you blowing? Are they faith-filled words or are they doubt-filled words? Do your words lack confidence? Do they lack trust in God? Oh, I hope not, because he's such a good God and such a good Father. And he is always faithful. Thank you for joining me. This is Sergeant Sarah with 2 Illuminate Ministries for another Mission Minutes. God bless you, and we will see you next time.